no reverse shell tutorial or chapter would be complete without mentioning Netcat. Now, Netcat is a very nifty tool to have on your USB stick to carry around. It is practically been called a Swiss knife of reverse shells because it pretty much offers any kind of connection that you might need. Now, the problem with Netcat, as with most other reverse shells, is of course that it is not installed on the remote system. But if you need a quick code, if you can't be bothered to generate something, you can always download Netcat, and that is a fantastic piece of code. Although Netcat is only creates reverse connections, connects 2 points or more points into one, and nothing else. There is no, it doesn't by default copy into the into the startup folder or anything of a kind. It's just a reverse shell for the duration of the session. Now, not to say that you cannot actually, you can actually copy it in the startup folder, write small scripts for that or something of a kind. For this, you do need some programming experience. So this is already we're already 1 foot into programming. However, you don't actually need to do that. As I said, Netcat is simply a nifty tool to carry around. You can also test connections with it, and you can actually create reverse shells. You can even create quick chat servers, quick chat service or something of a kind. It's fantastic. You can use it for a wide variety of purposes. Now let's just take a look at Netcat's options. So here on Kali, it's Ncat, somewhere it's NC, somewhere it's Netcat. I don't know, depends which Linux distribution you have. It also runs on Windows, so keep that in mind. You can download the version on more than one place on the net, so no worries about that. Netcat. And I'm going to show you today how you can interconnect 2 Linux machines and how you can command one from another with Netcat, sorry. So --help. Let's have a look at what is offered here. So just look at these options, and Netcat does support SSL encryption. So you can have your chat encrypted. You can have an encrypted communication between 2 points. It can establish a peer-to-peer connection, peer-to-peer, not connection, sorry, but peer-to-peer encryption, which is very nice. Very nifty tool to have. If you want to keep your chat private or something like that, you can connect multiple people and then you can have a discussion or something of a kind. Very nice way to communicate, but above all, it's a reverse shell. I mean, we can get in, I can show you briefly where you can have a chat server. So you just type in this -- cat, sorry, not cat, chat, and that will start a simple Ncat chat server. So if you want to keep your communication private, you can communicate through IP addresses. You can just, well, not through IP addresses, but you can just have each other's IP addresses, and then you can have a very nice chat that nobody else can eavesdrop on. Anyway, what we are looking today is this function, E, which is exec command, not exact, whatever you pronounce this. Basically, it executes a given command, which is very nice. And this one is, well, this is for bash, I think, something of a kind, but doesn't really matter. You'll see soon enough that E is pretty much sufficient and you can use it pretty much anywhere you want. Also, support for IPv6 is fantastic as well. As I said, you can establish pretty much any sort of a connection between 2 or more points, which is very nice. Today we're going to do a couple of things. So I'll just go ahead and clear this. Now this is my Kali machine, and I have a command somewhere here. So these are the commands that we're going to be using today. So this is for verbose output. This is to tell Netcat to listen, and this is to tell it on which port to listen, and then to forward pretty much anything given to it into bin bash, which is basically our terminal. Anyway, let's just go ahead and type that in. I'm going to change directory here, clear the screen, and type it Netcat. give me verbose, give me listen, and give me port. I don't know, I'm gonna say port 888. You can pretty much specify a wide variety of ports here. Doesn't really matter that much as long as the port is not being used by something else and is free. You can determine if the port is actually taken by just doing an nmap of your own system, and there you will be able to see without any problems if the port is actually being used by something else. Anyway, so we have a port. Now we need bin bash, press enter. Okay, so now it is listening, and you can also move these things into background actually, sorry. There are, hold on, let me see if I can actually do that. So did it go like this? Nope, hold on, give me a moment. Already in use, quitting. Okay, so it is nmap localhost. Let's see what it is doing. So we got HTTP, HTTPS, Sun answer book. Okay, so it is running, no problems. You saw how you could put it in the background. Basically, just you can add this line at the end, &sign, and that's it. Let's see if it's gonna work or not. Type in ifconfig. Okay, what is the IP address? Okay, 102 hasn't really changed. Primarily because these machines have been running for quite a while. Even my physical machine, I think it's been running for 7 days straight, something of a kind. Not sure about that. I might have placed it to sleep a couple of times, but doesn't really matter. Clear, and you can see my things here. CD clear. Okay, so it's the same, and cat. And we want to type in 192.168.1.102 port 8888. Okay, so connection from 192.168.1.101. Yep, there we go. So let's type something in, like ls. See, nothing is being typed in here, but here on the other end, on my physical machine, I have pretty much full access. So if I type in clear, it's gone, but I still have the shell open if I'm not mistaken. If I type in ls again, it is there. I can do cd desktop, but you can see it's crude, it's rudimentary. It doesn't really give you a lot of output. It's horrible to look at. I mean, just typing in commands blindly like this to a very large extent is a bit difficult and can be a bit tiring. But as I said, this is something that you would use in a situation where you are forced to use it, and where you actually want to have some sort of a encrypted communication or something of a kind with another person. So let's have a look at how our communication works. So, oops, sorry, 6549, 6549. I don't want that, and I type in ls off -i colon 1234. Basically, this command that I've just typed in, ls off space -i space colon, and then the port. You can do an nmap of your own system, see which ports are opened, and then once you figure that out, you can type in this command to figure out which processes are using that particular port. So clear. So I got bash and Netcat, which are using this. So go ahead and kill 6531, 6531, and 6540. 6540. Okay. Terminated. Excellent. So there is nothing now. Let's do nmap localhost. Excellent. So that port is no longer opened. please disregard the rest. I have a lot of ports open, more than I should have on this machine, but this is a testing machine anyway, as it is a virtual machine. So let's go ahead and type in Ncat -- help. Well, we don't actually, oh yes we do. Ncat -- help, and what do we want to do? Ncat -- chat. No, yes, come on. Chat on port 1234. Press enter, you must specify a host to connect to. Okay, -L on port 1234. There we go. I'm connected there to that. I am listening. Sorry, not connected, but rather instead listening. I'm gonna go ahead and quit this. Clear, and I need to. Excellent. So if I type in hello, it pops on the other. You can see that it is popping on the other side. How are you? It's popping again. No problems. And if I do this and place it like here, okay, you can see I have a lot of stuff in the background. Let's put it like this. It's a bit, I've just minimized it, but doesn't really matter. I am fine. You can see it's replying on the other end, no problem. So there is a two-way communication. Just hit the keyboard here and it is popping, no problem. So you can communicate with somebody in this fashion as well. Let's go ahead and quit this. If I type in something here, nope, nothing has happened because it's being transmitted to a closed port. Anyway, let's see. Let's go --SSL. Is this gonna work? Here --SSL. Hey, how is it going? Okay, we would obviously need to confirm this, whether the traffic is actually encrypted or not. Yeah, we can't actually confirm it like this because we don't have any sort of snooping around for traffic here, but we can fire up Wireshark. Sorry, I need a where am I gonna do that? Let's see if I actually have it here. Information. Well, I don't need to do that. I can just open up. So Wireshark. Please have it. Yes, it is actually installed. Lua error during loading. Okay. Are you still gonna work? Yes, you will. Amazing. Okay, so go ahead and pick your interface that you are using. Go ahead and start this. I see that there shouldn't be a lot of things now. Type in ip.addr equals 192.168.1 dot something. Okay, that dot something will be the IP address of my Fedora physical machine. So let's see, what is the IP address there. I have config. I know it's small, but you don't actually need to see this here. I can zoom it in if you want. It's 192.101.101. Oh, right. I can't actually put a dash here. I need a equal sign. How brilliant of me. Double equal sign. Hey, there we go. So we have some sort of traffic here. Let's see if we can make something out of it. I don't know, let's just send a bit more of it. Ah, come on. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Excellent. So here we see data, and guess what? It's encrypted. So you can't actually see anything here. You won't be able to decipher the communication between two people or perhaps more. I don't know, depends how you do this. So let's go ahead and kill that. And let's go ahead on the other end, go ahead and kill it. Start everything the same, but without SSL. I just want to show you the difference. Oops, and just need to remove the SSL. So let's type in something, blah 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 blah. I don't know, it doesn't matter. We're chatting with random letters. Okay, let's just pick the last one. Nope, that's not the last one. Okay, so it says data length 2. Can we actually find what we have sent? But see, it's 67A. Okay, so let's just let's type in something meaningful that we can actually track, which is a far better idea than this, so I can actually confirm that I have written the right stuff. Hello, how are you? And on the other end, we're gonna type in I am fine. What about you? Okay, these things tend to remain in buffers if I'm not mistaken, so you might have some extra letters from time to time, so that can be a bit tricky, but oh well, learn to live with it. Okay, so it's not this one. Not this one, let's see. There we go, it's hello. You can actually read through it, no problems. You can see what it is. And here, that's not the one. Again, you can see here, how are you? So you can see what's passing through. One more time, I just want to confirm that this is actually encrypted, so you can see the difference because it looked awfully similar to me. I want to see if there is anything wrong with it. I don't know. What am I going to type in here? Lamp is good. Completely meaningless. Wall is random. Oh man, I have such awesome sentences. It's amazing. Okay, so if we take a look at the last one, nope. There we go. So you can't actually read through this. You see, as before we had text here that we could read, but now we can't actually read anything because of course it is encrypted and protected from any snooping or anything of a kind, which is great. Can you actually, is there anything meaning UG something? I don't think that there is anything meaningful in here. Anyway, as you have seen, you can use this as a reverse shell in a glitch, or you can use it as a secure chat server because this is only between two people or a couple of people. You're not actually using any external servers, rather instead one of you can be a server and then others connect to him. Then you can chat. No problems. If you wanted to have multiple people, you would just add in K here, press enter, and then you would be able to, I'm pretty sure, receive more than one person. So let's just verify. You can verify that quickly by typing nc 192.168.1.101 port 888A. Connection refused. Of course it was refused. Cat ncat 192.168.1.102 for crying out loud. 1 1 1 2 3 4. Press enter. There we go. And this is not SSL, so /SSL. There we go. It's communicating, and if I just go ahead and open up another browser, another one of these, not browser, but there you go. So you can have two two terminals or more, something of a kind to connect. In any case, I would like to bid you all farewell.